Big banks are ripping you off, man. That's all there is to it. Look at my cut. Did I talk about my cut yet? Man, my wife cut my hair yesterday. I am looking good. That's just, hey, of course, I still got the same t-shirt I wore yesterday. It was on inside out. Haven't shaved. Wow, I'm just a mess. A big, hot mess. Anyway, we're going to go live here in about an hour and 18 minutes to us. Right now, 6:42 Eastern time. We'll be going live at 8. I got stuff on my face. Ketchup because I ate some chili dogs. I am just a big fat mess, but what are you going to do? I'm financial advisor premier. You want my 3-piece suit? Anyway, so I was talking to this couple up in Montana yesterday. Just freaking crushing. These guys are just great. And they got $50,000, $60,000 in their stupid, I think it's a Wells Fargo account. Not making crap, like 15 basis points. So again, 1 basis point is 1/100th of a percent. So that means if you have 1%, that's 100 basis points, all right? 1% is 100 basis points. 2% is 200 basis points. So 15 basis points is less than 1/5 of 1%. Hope that makes sense. So that's 0.15 on 100 basis points. Because again, 1% is 100 basis points. So 0.15, that's what the percentage rate they're making, 15 basis points. And I was like, what are you doing, sister? Get the hell out of there. You know, she wants enough to keep, for checking account. I said, 100%. But I said, open a Vanguard money market account and the Vanguard Federal Money. Let's take a look what it is. I forgot. Hold on a sec. It's 5.3. That's what it's paying right now. VMFXX 5.3. Now, will it stay at 5.3? I don't know, but it's there right now. So if you have $50,000 at 5 point, we'll just say 5% because it's easy to figure it out. That's $2,500. If you have $50,000 at 15 basis points, I don't know what that is, $25. So you're literally leaving $200 a month on the table, and they have a mortgage. And so that extra $200 could be used to pay down your principal. I was talking to another guy who's getting ready to retire. He's in California, IA, and he's getting ready to retire and move back to the Midwest. And he had, like $150,000 at, Morgan Stanley or some kind of bank. I forgot what it was. Or U.S. Bank or something like that. And the same thing. I was like, dude, you're getting 10 basis points, man. What are you doing? It's nuts. Get it out of there. And I'm not chastising these people. I said, no. Remember, the federal money market, look at this. You can't get, the fund invests at least 99.5% in assets in cash, U.S. government securities, or repurchase agreements that are collateralized solely by U.S. government securities. As such, is considered one of the most conservative investment options at Vanguard. Although the fund invests in short-term U.S. government securities, the amount of income that a shareholder may receive will be largely dependent on the current interest rate environment. Anyway, look, could that fund go kaput? I mean, anything, I suppose, could go kaput. But it's going to be tough to beat the safety of that mutual fund. I mean, all government money market funds, by and large. Is FDIC less risky than that? I don't think so. 100%, man. Because FDIC it's not explicitly government bonds. Now that has repurchase obligations, but whatever, man. The idea of that thing going kaput is, if that thing went kaput, we're all doomed. That's all there is to it. Anyway, so check this article out from the Wall Street Journal, and this really just ticks me off, man. I mean, we bailed out these banks, and what are they doing to repay us? Not a whole freaking thing. Big banks are making huge profits off today's savings rates. Are you? And the answer is no. Why? Because rates paid out by high-yield savings accounts have been climbing steadily for the past 18 months. But you're likely leaving money on the table if you have a traditional savings account with a national brand name bank. In fact, even high-yield savings accounts aren't paying crap. That's because many banks have been doing a do as I say, not as I do game. While they're quick to respond to higher interest rates by increasing what they charge in credit cards and mortgage, they're now slow to repay the favor when it comes to sweetening their accounts on savings and CDs, even though they all got bailed out. Friggin' clowns. Since many savings and CD customers have been reluctant to yank their deposits, giant banks have been pocketing the difference. During the third quarter, NII, that's net interest income. Remember, net interest income is the biggest source of profits for most banks. I can't speak to all of them. When I was a branch manager, it's always NII, net interest income. How much are we paying on deposits? How much are we getting paid on loans? So actually, the funny thing, a loan is an asset to a bank. A deposit is a liability, just as an FYI. And if our net interest income, I think we always were shooting, I can't remember, I want to say 2%, maybe it's even more than that. I'm sure it's more than that. I can't, maybe 5% actually. I can't remember. Anyway, the net interest income was the #1 source of profits. You know what number 2 was? Non-sufficient funds. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, so net interest income increased 30% over at JP Morgan, the largest U.S. bank by assets, and 8% at Wells Fargo. And Maya Rodriguez, did I just roll my R? Rodriguez. Maya Rodriguez, Valadares. That's not really rolling my R's. I can never roll my R's. I'm so freaking gringo. Butter. My wife says you sound like you're dying. There's no law that requires that automatically when interest rates go up or down, banks have to perfectly match their assets and liabilities. The big banks greatly benefit from rates going up because they don't pass on those rates immediately or ever. Check this out, though. Well, the best yielding high savings account is offering rates as high as 5%. The national savings rate is a mere 46 basis points. Wells Fargo pays 15 basis points on a standard savings account, while JP Morgan pays 1 basis point. I just saw that JP Morgan, freaking that clown, Jamie Dimon, whatever his stupid name is, he just sold 1 million shares of JP Morgan stock. It's such a clown show. You know, these guys, it's such a clown show. They all got bailed out by us, and they can't return the favor. And credit unions aren't doing any better, by the way. Just clowns. How do banks get away with it? Well, this guy says, we all know people willing to drive 10 miles out of their way to save a few cents on gas, but many of us are happy to take it right down the closest gas station, even if it costs more. While some people shop for the account that will pay them the best rate, others are happy to stay put. Interest rates aren't the top priority for every investor, says Stockton. For some, it might be important to get face-to-face interaction or deposit cash. Are these things mutually exclusive? JP Morgan currently offers customers with a checking account a 3-month CD at 3%. Wow, JP Morgan, thanks. Wells offers a 5% API and a special fixed rate for CD for 11 months. Wow, Wells Fargo, wow. 2 examples bank reps point out when asked for comment. CDs differ from high-yield savings account. That way you can access the money in a savings account. With a CD, you got CD is a time deposit, which means you keep your money locked in for those times. Nice thing about it, if you have a Vanguard or Schwab or something like that money market account, you can link it to your DDA. DDA is your checking account, demand deposit account. So a CD is a TDA, time deposit account, where it's a fixed amount of time. A DDA is a demand deposit account. You can get the money in it whenever you demand it by writing a check. Anyway, so a DDA is a savings account or checking account. You just link your money market to that. Now, the Vanguard money market, you can write checks against it. I think the minimum check's like $250 or something like that. So if you need to get a new furnace, you can write a money market. You can write a check against it. If you need to, get a pack of bubble gum, you can't. But if you need money, just transfer it electronically to your freaking regular checking account and start stroking the checks. Yeah, don't let these banks get away with it, man. I'm telling you, the money markets, for the first, I've been saying this. I say it every day to every person I talk to. It has never been this good in my entire career. I cannot remember what the money markets were paying back in 1998 when I cut my teeth at Vanguard when I first started. But it was about like this, if not a little bit worse. But I don't think it's paying much better. This is great. If you're not taking advantage of a money market account because you got too much cash, you're literally giving your money away. You're saying, here, Wells Fargo, go give this a Jamie Dimon. Here, Wells Fargo, go give this a Klaus Schwab. I got ketchup on my thing. I'm sorry. I'm not perfectionist on this. It's just me and my dogs out here in my T-shirt. Hi, baby. Want to see Finn? Come here. Finn, come here. Want to see Finn? Come on. Uppy. Come here. Finn, come. Oh, guess not. Pablo. Well, Pablo ran off. Pablo. Yeah, we're outside on a beautiful fall day. I freaking love this time of year, man. We're going to watch Charlie Brown tomorrow night. Family night out watching Charlie. Not night out, but family date night watching Charlie Brown. It's good to be alive. God bless. We'll see you.